Welcome back to the channel. It's a new year, so we might as well roll out another sheath for the MDV. This is an aftermarket sheath that is meant for retention, hence the name, the retention sheath. It is going to be placed on your belt for horizontal or vertical belt carry. But today in this video, what we're going to do is we are going to talk about the purpose of this design, who it's for. I'm going to show you how to modify the belt loop so that it secures better onto your belt, and in turn I'm going to show you one way to draw this so that you can guarantee that you're going to get a positive deployment of the blade every single time you draw. All kidding aside, these came out last year, and we ran through one full batch of them. They got really good reviews. I have the prototype here, and I wear this anytime that I want to belt carry and maybe I don't have my concealed pistol on me. And so the thing is that when I got the prototype and the soft belt loop, I placed it at the very top of the three positions that you can have it in. When you buy this sheath, or at least when you originally did last year from SkallywagTactical.com, it came like this, where it was on the very bottom hole, which obviously created the most amount of slack. Now, some gun belts, some normal belts, are going to be thick enough that it's going to hold that in place properly, and that when you try to draw, it's not going to cause that much of an issue on the sheath moving. But if you got one of these and you are having a problem because when you try to draw this, it is just sliding down your belt until it hits the first belt loop and then you can deploy, then you need to, as much as some of you are going to say this is common sense, you need to take a screwdriver and you need to modify it. You need to tighten up this, this soft belt loop. Obviously, as an example, for mine, I have a next belt, those ratchet gun belts. They're very thin profile. They are not overly tall. And so the thing is that this fits perfectly. It still causes the issue where it starts to slide, but I'm going to talk about that in a second. Hi guys, so now that we have the loop modified, I have placed mine on my belt, so it is here across. As a tip to make sure that you have a consistent draw and the pulling on the hook is not going to move the sheath, meaning if your sheath is brand new, it's going to hold the retention of that knife. It's going to that pressure is going to be much stronger than after you've done it a few thousand times through practice. So when you pull, you're going to find that if all you do is just pull directly back, you know, towards my pocket, the sheath itself is going to move side to side like this. It's eventually going to hit that first belt loop, and then it's going to stop moving, and then you're going to draw out. The problem with that is you don't want any type of movement. When you need your knife, you need to be able to access it, deploy it, and use it in one motion. So the thing that I do when I do that is when I grab and I secure this, I roll my palm away from my body. So I roll my knuckles up and I crank on the hook itself. By doing so, it causes pressure on the belt. When it does so, and I'm able to draw, it's a very consistent and successful deployment of the blade. Okay, so if you practice this and you don't have a problem with the sliding of the sheath, then obviously don't worry about it. But I have added that to my draw just because of the one loop. I enjoy making sure that we only have one loop. What it does is it allows me to rotate the carry position as is suited for whatever else I'm carrying on me that day. But because of that, you don't have the ability to really lock it onto the belt. The restriction of movement of the sheath and the knife itself is going to also limit how many scenarios or variations are going to be comfortable over time. So what I like is I like having that one loop. That's why it is attached to the sheath itself. The modification of where those screws lock into the 3 individual holes obviously makes a huge difference on how much play there is on the draw. But the tip or the trick is to make sure that when you try to deploy this, you roll this out like that, and then it causes pressure, and then it allows you to deploy back. Now, real quick safety, if you're going to return this while it's on your belt, the way that I do that is I take my 3 fingers, wrapping it into where the hook is and the finger guard is. My finger goes closer to the very tip here, obviously on the false edge. And then what I'm going to do is I grab my sheath and I pull this away from my body so that I can see that, and then I just guide that directly there. Okay, so that might be common sense to some of you, but I just want to make sure that there's less chance of you guys stabbing yourself when you're working reps like that. I obviously advocate that you do this with a trainer, but if you don't have one, or you are trying to use the real blade because that's what you're going to be carrying on a regular basis, then I would return it just like that. Final thoughts on the sheath itself. It fits all the requirements that my other sheaths don't. And so if you are looking for something that is going to lock onto your belt, lock onto your kit, and creates a solid purchase of the blade where there's this clicking motion, like this positive click, you are going to want to buy one of these. There is no question on whether or not this is secure in the sheath at all. The complaints or the misunderstandings of what the rhino sheath was, or even the flat sheath, because the flat sheath kind of was a between these two. All those misunderstandings, this kind of just covers. If you didn't like the rhino sheath because you wanted something more traditional, go for this. You can find these on skallywagtactical.com. If you're looking for a discount, make sure that you use the code ELITEU. It's going to give you 10% off of any order on the site. If you have any questions on how I would use this, or anything else that pertains to the MDV, then make sure that you shoot them down in the comments below, or shoot me an email at content@eliteu.com. I'll see you guys in the next video. Hey Skallywag's, hope you guys enjoyed that content. If you're looking for more content like that, or you're looking to enhance your training, head over to watch.eliteu.com. This is where we have a schedule for all future events that you can sign up for, as well as all of the social media videos for EliteU and Skallywag, focusing on Skallywag tactical tools and knives. That is all compiled on this site for you. You can access that content through a guest membership, which is absolutely free. All you have to do is create an account. If you're looking to support the EliteU so that we can create more videos focusing on these tools, then make sure that you sign up for a monthly, an annual, or a lifetime membership. If you're going to do so, use the code Skallywag20. It's going to give you 20% off a single month or a single year, depending on which subscription you're working on. This also includes our VTC. So if you guys are looking to purchase the MDV VTC, you'll receive 20% off with that code Skallywag20. I'll see you guys in the next video.